Hi friends, this is Gwen from Gwen the Trash Witch. Welcome and welcome back. Today I have a haul from Hobby Lobby. Their paint I happily found was on clearance the other day. So I went there to get kind of a aqua bluish glitter paint and found that so many of their paints were on clearance, and also that there were many different brands and labeled glitter paints and gel paints and metallic paints. And I wasn't really sure what the difference was in all these different labels, and bought a bunch, brought them home, and did a swatch test. And I want to share that with you. So clearing this aside, this is my little swatch test journal. And I want to start with the ones that are called gels, and GELZ. And it says that they are a transparent. These are 64 cents, and I bought them in, this is called Peach Pop. Then there's whipped cream, and the third one I bought of these was Endless Sky. And I don't know that they were too translucent, but there is a little bit of a texture when you touch these. The colors are very pretty. I felt it had good coverage, so I don't know what the translucent quality is. If you know, let me know. The next group of paints was by Deco Arts, and these were the metallic, and they were called Extreme Sheen. So they have a really pretty shiny label. Most of these were 57 cents and under, and these came out really nice. I didn't see a lot of sheen, not extreme anyway. So the colors I bought of those was the coral, the sky blue topaz, and one called tin. And I was especially anxious to try this one called tin because I wanted to see how metallic, kind of silver it would go. Again, 57 cents. Good priced, especially when you're just experimenting and trying out these. I didn't really see much of a metallic, little bit. Yeah, there you can see it on the sky blue. Not as much as I expected, but I can definitely see it when I turn it to the side. Looking straight down on it, didn't really see much of a metallic sheen on those. Pretty colors, definitely pretty colors. I will use these. So those were by Deco Art. These by Folk Art, these were my biggest surprise. They were called Sugar Metallics, and they have a texture kind of like sand in them, and I really like that. I wasn't expecting that at all. I had no idea what sugar metallics would be like. When you look at the top of the lid on these, you can see that they are showing you there's some texture in there. And that's like the sand or the sugar, I guess. I don't think it's sugar, but the texturing that they're putting into it. So these were 67 cents, and really pretty colors available on these sugar metallics. The ones I picked up of those was Golden Light. Little disappointed that this wasn't a little more opaque and golden. There is some texturing. I think it also would depend on how many layers you put on. Letting each layer dry, you could probably get a really nice texture with that. The second being this magnetic purple. Again, 67 cents. So this one was a lot darker than I expected. But if I turn it, can you kind of see the texture in that one? This one was really pretty. I can see a lot of sheen in that. The top of the lid looks like this. And that one is actually pretty close to what you get. And again, there's a really fine, gritty texture in that one. So all of these, it looks like, were 67 cents. I like these. I think they would be really fun, especially to layer up and get more of a texture. Meteorite, that was a fun one. I actually went back and picked up some more of these sugar metallics because I was just so shocked and pleasantly surprised to find that they actually had this gritty texture. I found smoky quartz, space gray, and black comet. So a lot of kind of the gray to black spectrum there. Really fun. So I would recommend these. I was pleasantly surprised, as I said, with what I found in these. Would have had no idea that that's what these were going to do, and probably wouldn't have purchased them if they hadn't been on clearance. So clearance makes things fun because you can afford to kind of test different things out. All right, this was more of the glitters that I had initially gone there to purchase. So Deco Art had some called Galaxy glitters. And let's see, where did I put those? Galaxy glitters. They look like this, very glittery in the bottle. Again, 62 cents. Nothing on the top here to tell you kind of a swatch of their own. But these were fine. They actually were pretty glittered. I have 3 of those. I have the black hole, which was the one I just showed you. You can see pretty good glitter. This is just one kind of application. On these, I didn't paint. I kind of dabbed with the paintbrush and tried to get a good glitter buildup on these. Starting out to paint, it goes pretty thin. You don't get much glitter. So I went with more of a dabbing, I guess, technique to get a more solid glitter. So those were actually pretty nice. They are, I think, what I would say the most glittered, especially if you just sort of layer them up and keep dabbing with your brush. And those were by Deco Art. Then Folk Art also had a very big selection of, they're calling it glitterific. These were nice. These were a little more expensive. These were $1.19, but they start out a little more expensive. It looks like $4.19 a bottle. They, I found, had more chunks than fine glitter, like the Deco Art was more of a fine glitter. So these are just a pass with a paintbrush. You could definitely build these up more as well. Bought quite a few colors of these. The Black Opal, Berry Neon. The Berry Neon actually had bigger chunks of glitter in it, so that was kind of fun. Unicorn looks more blue in the bottle. I was kind of surprised it came out, it looks more holographic, and it came out more like silver and gold than all those different holographic colors. This was a nice one, the Tangerine Neon. Again, more of like a chunk into the paint. This one, Stars and Moon. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Let me show you the top of this bottle. There, Stars and Moon. I was expecting to see stars and moons. And you can even see them when you look into the bottle, stars and moons. The first bottle I bought at $1.19, you could tell it had been opened. And so the paint, can you see here, really thick, and it was drying out. It was not a nice application. So very disappointed in this, but you can see the stars. The moons are in there. Can you see the little moons? But I went back because I wasn't ready to give up on this one. I just really liked the idea of this paint. So I went back, got another one, made sure that it wasn't opened. And when I tested that one, I had better success. At least it went on smoother and wasn't so clumpy and thick with the application. Then the last one is Hot Pink. That's what the top of that looks like. And the paint, and again, these were all $1.19. So they're beautiful in the bottles. Not quite the same when you apply them. But again, I think if you were willing to layer and let them dry in between, you could get a more, what do I want to say, like a thick application of glitter. this was really fun. Again, I'm sure you've all looked at the paint at Hobby Lobby, just rows and rows of paint. Looks like Deco Art and Folk Art were the two main brands that I saw, and they just look absolutely beautiful in the bottles. And then you're not sure what's going to happen when you actually apply them to paper. So it was fun to come home, have a play with these. Again, this was the different top of this stars and moon. I'm not ready to give up on this. I think this could still be really fun. I think that there are even more, I know that there were even more, so many colors, so many glitter choices, but these are the colors that I was drawn to and wanted to give them a try. So go check them out and see what you think. And if you know more about those gels ones, they're calling it a watercolor gels. Maybe I needed to just add more water to it to get that translucent look. Pretty colors. They have a lot of other different colors, but I just wasn't sure how these worked. So let me know in the comments if you know more about these and how you're using these. But that was my find at Hobby Lobby. Good sale. It's nice when they're on sale so you can have a play with them and see if there's some you don't like. You're not really out very much money, but it's fun to play with paint. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you watching my videos, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.